Hello, so today is a good day. Anyway, I just want to do some content, especially about a really nice thing that I got here. So today we're going to do a review, not really a review per se, but just gonna tell you guys about starters, or can we say starters, or beginners beginners timepiece that I think it would be really nice for anyone to have, especially for people who like to have a really nice watch. So I'm gonna talk about the Seiko 5, the automatic 21 jewel. Okay, I have it here, as you can see. A really nice piece. Again, as I've said, this is a beginner timepiece, especially for people that want to move into having an automatic Calibre watch. Okay, so I'm just gonna unbox it because it's new, it's fresh. Bought it, but been wearing it just slightly, and I thought maybe I'd show you guys what comes in the package. Okay, so really nice fancy box that you open like this, and then you see, so this is how you open it. Okay, and inside you find the timepiece. The timepiece is inside the box, and then of course with most of these emblems. As you can see, the price of this one is indicated. This is what I got it for. I think, as you can see, this was for $180, $189 US. Okay, so this is the timepiece that comes here. And just a few things about this watch face. It's an analog watch face, so it's not an auto. It's not a digital timepiece. It's an analog piece, as you can see. It's really nice and fancy piece. The movement is automatic. Yeah, so it's automatic mechanical. So what that means, so if we remove this, and if you see behind the watch, you see the mechanics, the movement, so it doesn't have a battery. Okay, so it's not a quartz, it's an automatic Calibre. So you see this, meaning that this thing literally can move for a lifetime. Of course, it just requires you to always keep wearing it, so you never have to think about changing the battery for this timepiece. You never think of having to always check whether the battery is working or not, as long as you're wearing it. So it's an automatic mechanical. Okay, and then it's a business watch, so mostly it's a fancy business watch that you can wear for business meetings, and it's really a nice piece. As you can see, this is a stainless steel. As you can see, the material used for this is stainless steel, and then you see the face is round with a black interface right there. Okay, so about this watch as well, it's water resistant. So this watch, you can shower with it, you can swim with it, but then I think it does up to 30 meters deep. From what I've seen, it's water resistant. And then the glass is mineral glass. Then it's really firm glass. It has had a bit of knocks, but the thing actually really stays strong. And then there's also glass behind there for you to be able to see the mechanical movements of the watch. this is an original piece, as I've shown you. This comes with a box, and then of course the watch comes with a warranty book. And again, warranty, I think, is based on the supply, you know. But this watch, okay, this was bought in an original shop. This of course was bought duty free for this price. This is $189. That's what I paid for the watch. Could be more expensive than this, because definitely it didn't have any duty on it, and it's an original piece. Comes with a lifetime. It's a certificate of guarantee. So as you can see, this book comes with all the information on how to handle the timepiece and everything that you need to do. It shows you the different types of Seiko watches and how to handle them, especially if it's a quartz or an automatic caliber like this one, how you need to handle the pieces. And then it comes with a certificate of guarantee. As you can see, this watch has a certificate of guarantee. As you can see, this one is here. This is where I bought it, and then so this was duty free, and then you can see the date of when I bought the watch. So I'm able to return when I want this watch to go through any checks or any cleanings. I'm able to just go with this card. And the thing is that the card is an international card, so it means you can use it anywhere in the world. As long as you have this card, you can go to any shop, and the warranty status remains. So just a little bit about this really nice piece. So this piece is known as the 7S26. So that's the caliber. That's the name of this piece. So this is the 7S26. As you are aware, the Seiko watches have different calibers. Okay, so there is from this book you can see the different types that you have, you know. So the 7 series comes at the last part, you know. They're the more, you can say, more luxurious and all that. And of course, as I've told you, some of them, so this falls under mechanical watch. So they are mechanical and they are automatic mechanical. So mechanical watches, those who maybe don't know, you'd have to roll them. You roll them. Then the motor starts moving, you know. But for this one is automatic, because it depends on your movement. So the more you move, the more I don't know how to call them, but the things that move behind there that keep rotating the other pieces, and that's how it works. And I think even a slight movement causes a really big change, and the thing keeps moving. So some bit of information about this watch. As I've told you, it's a Seiko. It's a model SNK. What was this? Yeah, so this is actually the 7S36 caliber, but I needed to get, I don't know where I put the receipt, but it shows more information about the exact piece that I have. Yeah, so this one, yeah, it's here. So this is the barcoding for the watch. So as you can see, it's an SNK. It's an SNK 35J1. Yeah, so that's the model number. Yeah, and then it's a male watch, you know. But of course, to still look good on some ladies who would really want to have the masculine feel of the kind of piece. It's also a bit heavy, you know. It's not too light. So when you wear it, you'll actually feel some slight weight on that. So I'm yet to get the weight measurements for this. And then the power reserve, based on the information, can take up to 43 hours, you know. So it means that the movement, if you if you are to leave it without wearing it, it would move at least for the next 43 hours. That's what I understand. Because the thing with this watch is that if you stop wearing it, at some point it also stops moving, because it depends on your movement. That means that sometimes the accuracy might lag a bit, and that's the beauty of such watches, is that as much as sometimes it might not give you the correct minutes or seconds based on when it started, you once in a while you have to keep rotating and just making sure that it's reading the correct time, like other digital watches or the normal quartz watch, because it's more mechanical. And then, as I've said, the best features, the other one, the wheel. So the dates and the time, this has two. So it has both Arabic and English. So whenever the time changes and the date, so the date it changes from English to Arabic, so depending on how you want to use it, you can always change the language that works well for you. Okay. And then, just to emphasize again, it's 30 meters water resistance. That's about 90 feet or 99 feet. So it's a watch that actually, this watch I've used a couple of times, even washing my hands, and I just dip my hands inside the water and then I'll just wipe it. Totally, it's full water resist, it can stay in water for some time. You can be rained on, it won't affect the watch. It doesn't have any issues, I think it's really watertight and there's nothing that can go through. Yeah, then the Seiko 5 automatic 21 jewel watch. It's maybe just the description, the full now description, of course. So this watch, it's made in Japan, and a lot of its branding will actually show you that. If you check, I think there's some pieces that are removed here, so that Seiko, this is a Japan piece. As you can see, it's made in Japan. If you can see inside there, you might not be able to see properly, but it's written made in Japan, and then showing you there the 21 jewels. You might not be able to see, but just see that piece. That's why I fell in love with this. There were some other watches, but the simplicity, yet the detail that has been put into the Seiko 7S36 version, Calibre, okay, is really nice. So there is another variant that has a red thing that makes it a little bit not so sportish, but you're able to notice it from a distance. Then the other thing I love about this watch is it illuminates. Okay, so anytime you are in the dark, you still be able to see the numbers, because it illuminates really nice green. And then I think also, for some reason, when you are in a very bright place, or maybe out in the sun, and then you sort of like go into a dark place, you can see that it illuminates really nicely, the hands and then the numbers as well. Yeah. Okay, so someone would ask why the name, or why the 21 jewels, because it would be a really good thing to understand why the Seiko watch boasts of the 21 jewels. Okay, so just a quick research. Remember, this is referred to as maybe an entry-level automatic mechanical watch, because for the kind of price, so around $200, and that's duty-free. So I think it could even be more, but it's one of the watches that boast of having the 21 jewels. So what are jewels in a watch? Okay, so jewels are the pieces, okay, small pieces that are used in the making of the watch. Okay, and of course, mostly they'll be known as, they use rubies, you know. So rubies, these are really precious jewels that are used into making some of these watches. Okay, and so jewels are used, or rubies are used, because, you know, when making this kind of pieces, they need really small pieces that will be able to make the watch efficient, and they need to be very smooth. Okay, because especially for these mechanical watches, the kind of movement, they need to be very smooth pieces. Okay, and highly durable for the kind of mechanics. Okay, so that's why eventually, when such watches were being made, they found out the small pieces of various jewels that they use will not grind down after some time, but they'll just remain smooth, and that's why they use these. Okay, so the other question is then, why 21 jewels? You know, it's not really a big deal, but from the research I have is that the standard number of jewels in a watch is 17. This means that the entire mechanical movement from the balance wheel all the way to the center wheel pivot has smooth bearings in place, being in place to function correctly. Higher end watches will often feature a minimum of 21 jewels, with a few extra stones being added to reduce position errors. So this is a high-end watch. So for them, they have 21 at a minimum jewels. Okay, so can you find this on the quartz watches? Some not. So depending on, and what is quartz? So quartz are the watches that actually they use a battery, and you can actually tell the difference of how these watches operate. Okay, if you listen to an automatic mechanical watch, there's just movement of like, but for a quartz watch, you'll hear or okay. So guys, that's all I wanted to do for this watch. I just wanted to show you the kind of piece that it is, and I think it's a really good piece for anyone who wants to own one. It's good to, this is an original piece, so this would go at least from around something like, if it's in Kenya shillings, this would go for maybe something like 30,000 Kenya shillings. Okay, I think you can also get it for 25 based on where you buy it, but again, it's for the legit places I've seen and all, that goes from, could be 30,000, and then the few other variants of it, maybe even up to 40,000 Kenya shillings. So anything from $250 to $180 to $250, you're able to get this timepiece. Okay, and this is a lifetime piece because it will never need a battery. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you now know about the difference between mechanical watches, automatic calibers, mechanical watches, and also the quartz watches. Okay, so remember, this one doesn't need a battery. This depends on your movement, and it's automatic, mechanical, because you don't have to wind it like the mechanical that you have to keep winding. Okay, so peace, thanks for watching, and thanks. I hope you enjoyed the review of this nice Seiko automatic 21 jewels. Thanks, guys.